Hey everybody, Val Nichols here, and we are talking about the age-old question today that has been around since the very beginning of time, business, and the internet, which is to niche or to not niche. And this is the question that I get so often. People say, do I need a niche? I am interested in so many different things. I don't want to limit myself or cut people off, or, I have so many millions of ideas and I don't know what to focus on. So if that is you, welcome to this live. We are doing Tuesday Tea with Val. So if you are not a part of that, head on over to my website, valnichols.com/events, and make sure that you are in the know for all the things. I am going to put that link up here right now. And then also let me know when you hop on. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you can hear everything and that everything is kosher, so I know that we're good. I'm going to pull you guys up here on my laptop so that I can also be watching your comments as well, because it doesn't always show me the comments, and I wouldn't want to be able to see you guys because I love you and you're important to me and stuff. All right. Let's go here. All right. Hello, everyone. Let me know when you hop on. Where are you watching from? And do you have a niche? I would love to know, where are you watching from? And do you have a niche or not? If you are the type of person who maybe you have a million ideas, just know that you are in good company. I myself am an ADHD entrepreneur, and it took all that I could to focus on one thing in my business. I didn't even focus on one thing. I don't even know why I said that, but to stay in one business for 5 years. And then I opened myself up to creating different brands, different businesses. And, I'm very much one of those multi-passionate people. So if you're like, I'm all over the place, I have a million different ideas, I have no idea what to focus on, then you are in good company. And just know that by the end of this video, you are going to know, do I need a niche? Do I need to niche down, whether if it's in my content creation, if you're a content creator, if you are a business, if you are a brand, if you are, out there in the world with a message, and a powerful message, because I know that you have one. Just know that by the end of this training, you're going to know exactly what you need to do one way or another. So to start off with, I have a couple of questions for you guys, and please do feel free, if you know anyone that needs to hear this, please do tag them below. You can put their name in the comments or share it out. You could even press the share button, share it to your stories in a group, to your friends. And so if you know that there's some boss babes out there and some gentlemen out there in the world that need this message, please do share it out, because my mission and purpose is to help as many entrepreneurs get clarity, confidence, and conviction to keep going and to not give up. And I'm all about the heart-centered entrepreneurs. I get to work with so many in my business. I'm so excited about that. And, I get to work with entrepreneurs who are building these businesses and these brands and help them get their message in the world, help them build the confidence, and help them create amazing cash doing what they love. All right, so I have a couple of questions for you. There are two types of people that I'm going to be speaking to today. The first type is the one that maybe you are, easily distracted. And I know I have a lot of multi-passionate and ADHD entrepreneurs who are in my audience. So hello, I love you. And if you're the type of person who is easily distracted, and I'm talking not about, it gets boring talking about the same content over and over and over, because sometimes I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over and over. And it's like, everyone should know, everyone knows this, right? But they don't. But for me, it feels like it's such an easy topic to talk about. So it might feel like it is a no-brainer. These are for people who get, easily distracted. Maybe you start a book and like 3 pages in, you're already jumping to the next book. Or if you are feeling that maybe you're pre-business, or you have spent time in that start, stop cycle that happens. Or if you're like, I have so many different feelers out there in the world, so many interests, so many ideas, so many topics that you feel like an octopus with your many, many tentacles out there and you don't know which one to actually focus on, then this could be that you are, you don't want to be limited by any one thing. And, to think that anybody out there, whether if it's a brand, a company, a business, a personal brand, a content creator, is only passionate about one thing is just crazy and just not realistic, right? I talk a lot about entrepreneurship, strategy, building your heart-centered relationship building, not transactional sales, but relationship, authentic building your business. And I'm also passionate about hiking. I live in the beautiful, magical forest. I have an adorable puppy that I love. I love God. I love, listening to music. I love dancing. I love to hang out with my friends, go to concerts, all these things. And you may see that content on my social media, especially in my stories. If you guys aren't watching my stories, you're missing out because I'm like documenting all these beautiful things that are happening. There was this gorgeous full rainbow yesterday, this morning when I was out hiking. It was gorgeous. No, Scout. My puppy wants to put in his input. He says, your niche is me. So if you are the type of person that gets scattered, just know that you're still a human being and your content is going to be focused on your many passions, right? And so if you are a content creator or a brand, a personal brand, just know that, there's different topics and subtopics, which I'm going to be teaching in my Define Your Profitable Niche Masterclass at the end of the month. So you guys should definitely check that out. If you have not signed up, head on over to valnichols.com/events. You'll scroll down and you will see the Define Your Profitable Niche Masterclass. Absolutely free. Do go join in that because I'm going to go even deeper into the methods that I'm teaching you today. And you're going to know which one. I have like a scoring system. We don't have time to go into that today, but I'm going to go into it where you will know based on different categories, different scoring methods, which one is the best niche to focus on. So head on over. My free masterclass is valnichols.com/events, and you will see the Define Your Profitable Niche Masterclass. Just sign up. We'll send you all the information and you're set. So if you are the type of person, maybe you want to narrow down in a way that is not limiting, that isn't going to make you bored, right? So for me, it was kind of easy to do that because I love to travel. I love to hike. That's, my life, like hiking is life. I love to talk about business. I am an ADHD entrepreneur, so I love to talk about ADHD and I love to talk about what you're passionate about. So my content covers all of this, right? And who I'm speaking to is the multi-passionate, heart-centered entrepreneur. See what I mean, you guys? There is a niche in that. And I speak strategy, I speak content, I speak mindset, I speak money mindset, all of those things, the strategy to get there, how to make the money. Because honestly, this is one of the things that I notice and I come across is that so many people, whether if you are a content creator, if you're an affiliate marketer, if you are a business, if you're a brand, if you have multiple businesses, physical or virtual, that people don't understand how many different ways there is to monetize and make money. There's so many ways. So know that if you are narrowing yourself down to maybe you're talking about being a 30-year-old who lives in the city and is, seeking for love, or if you're talking about being a woman over 50 who is putting her physical health and her mental health first as a priority, or if you are a millennial with a bunch of disposable income and you're traveling the world, just know that that is your niche, right? And so it's going to be, the algorithms on social media will be pushing your content out to the people that are best suited. which leads me to question number 2. Question number 2 is, how quickly do you want to grow? How quickly do you want to grow? Because if you laser focus your content to one thing, right? Let's think about, maybe you see those people on TikTok or Instagram Reels or whatever it is that are building Legos, right? Like they build Lego systems. Their entire content is just them building a Lego system and it getting, watching that process and seeing the finished product. Then they're most likely going to grow a lot quicker because the algorithm understands, oh, people who love Legos, and they push it out to people who love Legos who are most likely to click the follow button. If your content is a little more diverse, you may experience a growth that is a little slower. And this is definitely one thing that, has happened in my business because I want to be authentic. I want to be attracting the right people into my business. Stop. Sorry, you guys. I want to be attracting the right people in my business. And so there was a slow progression as I was figuring this out, right? So, know that if you're throwing spaghetti against the wall, if you're trying to see what sticks, I've been there and I've done that. And allow my mistakes, trust me, allow my mistakes to help propel you forward. And so the more narrow your content is, the more you're going to grow. Side notes, which I will be covering more in my free masterclass at the end of the month, which is define your profitable niche, is that, growth, social media, the glamour metrics, the likes, the comments, all the things that a lot of people put a lot of emphasis on, your follower count. Honestly, I don't even care less. We've grown organically, even with me taking a ton of time off the last year. We went from somewhere around 8,000 to almost 13,000 followers on Instagram somehow, some way, because I was still consistent with content. And, that's great. And I don't know how that happened, where it happened, but I don't really care about my follower count. What I care about is showing up powerfully in the world, sharing the message, encouraging other people, and your follower count isn't necessarily going to become your buyers, right? So someone may like your content, someone may follow you, but you want to be able to really speak to your ideal client and understand who they are, which I'm going to be talking about next week. So sign up for the Tuesday Tea with Val, because I'll be covering that as well, how to really define your ideal client. You want to know that you're speaking to them in a way that is not only going to educate, entertain, and motivate them to action, but is going to convert sales. Because if you're not converting your followers into sales and making money, then you just have a hobby, right? So know that the more narrow you go in your niche, the easier it'll be for you to grow your following. And more eyes on your content could equal more money. But I can't tell you how many times I have had these influencers come to me and they have 50, 60, 120,000 followers. And I say, oh my gosh, that's so great. Your content's beautiful. It's beautifully curated. You obviously put a lot into this. How are you monetizing? And I'll get this blank stare. Well, that's the thing. I'm like, how are you making money? You're putting so much time into these reels. Your content is beautiful, but how are you making money? And sometimes they're like, yeah, I'm not. And I don't know about you, but I would be devastated. I've been there early in my business where I put my heart, soul, blood, sweat, tears, sometimes all in one day, into my work, into a program, into an offering, into my content, and I wasn't seeing the conversion. So just know that, stop. Sorry, you guys. That if you are looking to niche down powerfully, I have a quick method I'm going to share with you guys, and then I'm going to go over even more. I'm going to go over my scoring system, which goes a little deeper, so we'll need a little bit more space and time to carve out. But I'm going to share with you guys a really quick way that you can start to be looking at, what is my niche? What do I want to define? What do I want to talk about in my content, in my business? And, this isn't going to be like an end all, do all, but like this will help you to start creating your content and a big, beautiful vision on how you can go about doing that. So take out a pen and paper. So grab your handy dandy notebook. I know I have at least 3 here in reach right now because that's the type of person I am. I like the paper and I like notes. And grab your pen, and I want you to think about, what is a topic? Any single topic, like start brainstorming. Scout, stop. Start brainstorming ideas of anything that you may be interested in. Whether if it's rock climbing or if it's, building a beauty brand empire, whatever it is, like every single topic that you're interested. It could be gardening, homesteading, it could be yoga, and, whatever it is, interior design. Start writing a list of every single thing that you are interested in or you've thought about before. You can even grab like your whiteboard if you have one. I am all about the whiteboards and the pen and paper. So, just really start listing all the things, like all the topics that you have, and start creating those ideas without judgment, right? Because we may think that one topic, like teaching women to use their voice through the power of music, we might be like, oh, that's so silly and nobody's ever going to pay me to do that. But yes, they will. So, there's so many ways to make money off of your content and in your business. And if you need help doing that, reach out to me for sure. We could work one-on-one and we can start building that empire together, shoulder to shoulder. I've done it for myself. I have 5 businesses right now. I've sold a few. I've cycled through, but I've actually had businesses since I was 11 years old, believe it or not. So I have been in the game. I understand how to do it. I understand the psychology of selling and especially how it has evolved throughout the last few years. So, write down this list, whatever it is, right? Just brainstorm all the topics and ideas that you have without judgment. Just let it flow. Trust yourself. Be guided by that beautiful, gorgeous, delicious intuition that will not lead you astray, right? So allow yourself pen to paper to create this beautiful list. And then the next thing I want you to do, once you have this list, is go through with a highlighter, or you can just circle it, and circle the ones that you could talk about for 1 hour. If I said, hey, jump on this live with me right now, we're going to talk about barbecuing in the great outdoors. Could you talk about it without any preparation, without any notes for an hour? If you can, that is a huge cue. That's a huge indication that that is a good topic for you to focus on. Once you look at that, I want you to think about, am I passionate enough to care about this in the long term? And this might be hard again, if you are one of those people that is multi-passionate, easily distractible, then this is probably even more important than anything else. Can you imagine yourself talking about this same thing a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Understanding that as you evolve and grow, so will your business. And there's certain topics. I used to have all of these programs I would just sell all the time. And honestly, I got so burnt out, even though some of these programs were bringing in 30, 40, 50% of my income. And I was just like, I'm done. I cannot fully show up and give myself to the people who need this in the way that they deserve. And so I pulled back, and I've been able to rebrand and, do these things and create new ideas and new content as I evolve and grow. Not only that, I get to help my clients and my audience to go from idea to startup to implementation to their growth phase, to their team building phase, to their empire phase, through that because I've been through each and every single one of those phases in multiple companies, whether if that was in corporate, my own businesses, and I've been through it in different economies, different decades of the world of my own life, also in different decades of the world, whether if it was the 2008 crash, if it was 2020, if it was, now the new economy, I've been through it all. So, your content will evolve and grow. You will evolve and grow because you are a human being. And that's what makes you beautiful and unique. And people are going to buy from you. They're not going to buy from a robot. They're not going to buy from someone that is just unrelatable and stale and like untouchable. They're going to buy from you because you'll learn. I'm going to teach you guys this in my Define Your Profitable Niche masterclass at the end of the month. But, know that you can create your content in a way that is going to speak to your ideal client, that is going to gain the know, like, and trust in your specific niche, whether you choose to niche down or not. So for those of you out there, if you were the first type I talked about that are like, I want to have a niche, but I want it to be very broad. Just know that, your growth may be a little bit slower, but there's so many ways that you can actually monetize on that. So don't worry about that right now. Definitely do the exercise I talked about. Find out which one of those topics is both a passion you could talk about for an hour, and then also that you see yourself being together with it in the future, knowing that you can hold that loosely, right? Because you're going to evolve and grow. Or if you're the type that you want to specifically niche down and focus on one thing, knowing that you could always build an empire later. You can have a very niche specific brand. I have my Val Nichols coaching brand where I'm speaking to heart-centered entrepreneurs who want to grow and scale and develop and build their empire. I also have a brand that is very specific to ADHD because when I was diagnosed with ADHD, that was a passion of mine. And it's been a beautiful brand that we've gotten to pour into. And they're two separate entities, but they're both me, right? And I am both of those. So, whether you want to niche down so specific or if you want to niche down in kind of a general way, just use this exercise I teach you guys. Write down your topics, circle the ones that you could talk for an hour, and then go back and define which ones could you actually see yourself doing in 5 years from today. All right, you guys, let me know, what did you hear from this? What did you get? And also, what is your topic? If you did define your niche, what are your ideas? Do you want to get more specific? Let me know if this helped you. Please do share this out. And I will see you guys next Tuesday on Tuesday Tea with Val. We're going to be talking about defining your ideal client. So definitely tune in for that and go over Scout Stop and sign up for my Define Your Profitable Niche Masterclass. Absolutely free at the end of the month. valnichols.com/events. I love you guys. Bye.